Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
So can you guess what's inside? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm taking to college. This semester, which is semester 2, I'll be moving into college and I'm packing at the moment, so there's a lot to do. I'll just be sharing with you what stationery and sort of office supplies, desk room things. Obviously this doesn't include all the clothes and toiletries and stuff like that I'm taking, but this is like the cool stuff. Yay! So I do have this massive box. Look, it's gigantic. And I've like packed everything in here and it like fits perfectly. Yeah, I'm just going to be showing you what's inside here because this is like all my stationery and like desk supplies, stuff that I'll be needing for uni. This box here has wheels, which is good because I can drag it around and I don't have to carry it because it's very heavy. But let's open it up and see what's inside. This is gonna give me like huge muscles. This is how I packed it. So it all fits very nicely. Let's see if I can repack it like that again. I have this box here and I've labelled it because I'm extra like that. Flashcards. So can you guess what's inside? Flashcards. This box I actually bought from Staples in America when I was over there like beginning of the year. And they fit my 5x8 flashcards like perfectly. So this is like what it looks like. Nothing too special. You see them all over my channel. They're the 5x8 flashcards from Best Form. I bought them in Singapore at a store called Popular. I use these to make my revision notebooks, so I have a ton of these. I have heaps. Whoa. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of those. Just like white blank flashcards. They're sort of like cardboard. They're a little bit thicker than paper. To go along with the flashcard sort of vibe we're going for at the beginning, I have a bunch of other sizes of the same brand, so I swear by these flashcards. I use them mainly for revising when it comes closer to the exams. So I have the 5x8 as I just showed you. I also have the 6x4. Really good for like presentations, so if you need palm cards or something. And then finally I have the 5x3 ones. These are like the size of regular flashcards. They're good for like testing yourself, so if you like wanted to write something on one side and then flip it up. Oh. So I have like as many flashcards as a person will need and more. I can't actually find really good ones that are similar in Australia, so I literally just stocked up and brought them all back. So my room's literally going to be a stationery store. I have so much stationery. Okay. You don't need to take this much with you, but I'm just stocking up for like the next few years. The next thing I have, it's all my whiteboard sort of supplies. Whiteboard magnetic pen holder. Looks like this. It's from Officeworks. It's got little magnets at the back. I already had these markers. I just put them like that and stick it on my whiteboard. Also, I have one of the magnetic erasers from Artline. So I actually have a whiteboard that's like this big. I'm planning to bring it with me and stick it up on the wall if I can. And that's really helpful for like writing my schedule for the week or just for revising and trying to memorize things. The next few things aren't very special, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I got these scissors, because everyone needs scissors. I have these card rings. These I bought from my local stationery store. They were like $2 for 5 or something. And they're really good if you have a hole puncher. You can punch a hole on the side of your flashcards and then loop them through this, so then you can just sort of take it around with you. And then I also use a lot of whiteout. So I have this 20 pack. This is a bit extreme. It's only because they don't sell the refills for the whiteout I already have in Australia. These pastel highlighters, they're Stabilo highlighters. They sell them like everywhere. I'm pretty sure you can get them in Officeworks, Amazon. They're everywhere. And also post-it notes. I bought this from Staples. So the next few things I've organised are my pens. I put them in these bags. These bags are like mesh, but they're pretty like sturdy. As I said, I normally keep my flashcards in here, but I put some pens in there. I have my brush pens and also pencils and a ruler. The first pen They don't sell in Australia and I can't find it anywhere, so I got a whole bunch in Singapore. They're the Pentel brush pens. I know they sell these on Amazon and I'll be leaving the links in the description as to where you can find them for the stuff that I can find. These are the brush pens I always use to write my headers. I use them in my notes. They're like the easiest and best brush pens that I've used, so highly recommend them. I also am bringing some pencils that I just have. Mechanical pencils, paces. I can make some music with them. Oops, all the lead's coming out. Alright, go back in. An eraser and some lead. These are just stuff I've already had. And a ruler. This one's from Muji. The second bag that I have is like the essential stationery item. And it's just a bunch of black pens. I go through so many black pens, it's like ridiculous because I write all my notes. The pens that I swear by and always use are the Muji 0.5 gel pens. They're like this. And they click. I just find gel pens a lot easier to write with. I used to use ballpoint pens, but I found it made my writing like really big and it also like needed a lot of pressure to like write on the page. So gel pens are the way to go. I stocked up on a bunch of Muji pens. They now sell these like 5-pack one. No, 6, I can't count. And they're so good because before you had to like buy them by themselves and they don't have the refills for these. So now they have packs, which is super helpful. This pen I've had for ages. It's the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. I use that in my planner. Pilot Juice pens in 0.5. And these are my sticky notes. So I have a bunch of sticky notes. I just had them for heaps long. I find like sticky notes are like the one thing that never like literally lasts forever. There's so many on one. I use these to like write to-do lists. And I have a bunch of them in there. Can you see? Nope, they're gonna fall out. There we go. Now onto like the folders and books and stuff. So the first thing is this plastic display folder thing. I got this last semester, but there's still a lot left. So this is from Officeworks. It's the J Burrows brand they have for like all their, I think it's like the home brand of Officeworks. I don't really know, but it's J Burrows and it opens like this. And there's all your plastics. Oh, there's all your plastic sleeves. So I put these in my binder up the back for stuff that I don't want to hole punch. And then I got this folder. When I bought this, I like had a specific purpose for it, but now I don't really remember. So if it comes back to me, I'll get to you. But it's a swing clip folder where you got this. Oh, now I remember. I'm going to bring my printed lecture notes to my lectures so I can annotate them in this, instead of bringing like my whole binder or folder. I have 5 display folders. It does look like a lot, but they do last me a long time because I'll just reuse them. So these are the display folders that I use. They're 20 pocket, nothing too special, but they come in really pretty colors, so I have a lot. They're the Pop Basic brand, which is like the store brand. So I have that in green, blue. What colour is this again? Mint? No. Aqua. Pink. Oh, pink and clear. And then the next thing are books. So these are empty books and I tend to write my summary notes in these. The brand is called Maru Man. Made in Japan. That rhymes. They look like this. And this, no joke, is like the softest paper in the world. So if you can get your hands on these, just like go and feel the paper. It's so nice and soft. They have perforated lines on the side, so if you finish your notes and want to like put them in a binder or something, you can rip them out along the lines and then hole punch them and put them in your binder. So yeah, that's cool. I have lined ones and I also have grid ones because I will be taking some math subjects this semester. So grid paper is what I like to use for maths. I also have 2 smaller ones of those. These are A5 size. I know most people at uni don't have this many books, but I like to write my notes, so this is why I have a lot of books. I'll only use my laptop if I'm like writing an essay or something, which I haven't done much of yet in science, so books are the way to go. The next thing is what I take with me to class and around uni. If I'm like going to go study in the library or something, it's these folders here. They look like, oh, that made a noise. They look like this. These are the notebook binders that I buy from Muji. They're literally just called binder. That's the name of the item. They're A4 and have 30 holes, so if you search that up on Muji, you should be able to find it. They open and close like this. And you can insert paper, plastic sleeves, and dividers in them as well. For example, this is what I took first semester of uni, as you can see, semester 1, 2019. I had all my subjects up top, like this. I put all my paper inserted like that into it, with each of the dividers respective to the subject, and I'll just like take those notes with me to my lectures, tutorials, and stuff like that. If I had worksheets, I would insert them into these plastic sleeves, just like this. I had a periodic table at the front because I was taking chem that semester, and more plastic sleeves at the back just to put things that weren't hole punched. So to put the paper in there, I obviously have to bring that. So I have Muji paper. This one is, oh, they made the grid lines different now. What's this one? Oh my god, no, they changed the grid paper. I like the old one better. I didn't even notice that. And it's got 30 holes on it, so they can fit into the 2-hole binder and also the notebook binder. Second last stationery item from Muji are these dividers. These are like the only dividers I use, because the really good thing about these is the tabs are off the top. So it doesn't like hang off the edge, and it's easy to find. You can write on them. The last stationery item from Muji are these plastic sleeves, and these are the same ones that I've showed you in that binder. They're called punched pocket refills, transparent. And then that leads me on to my last stationery item, which are these binders. Here's a little look at them. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what they look like. These are the same binders that I've been using since like year 9. Once I find something I like, I tend to just stick to it. So these are 2-inch binders. They're from a store in Singapore called Popular. I can't actually find the exact same ones online because Popular doesn't have an online store. And obviously it is the store brand, so to get the exact replica of these, you need to go to the store. But a lot of the 2-inch binders you can find at stationery stores should be pretty similar. So this is what it looks like inside. It has a little compression clip and a little leather arch. Okay, so I've just brought in my other binders from last semester to show you sort of how I organise things. I started out with just using this purple binder, but obviously that got very full and I couldn't even close it, so I had to put it in a second one and cave in. I've actually labelled these dividers. I should, but I haven't yet. So for this binder, I actually put 3 subjects in here because I had so much chem stuff, 2 subjects would not have fit in that binder. If we open it up, I put the course outline at the front, and then these are just some notes that I had from my lectures. And it's really good to transfer from your notebook binder to like a main source. So like this would be my main source of notes. So everything's really easy to find. I have a bunch of typed notes that I did because it was like coding sort of thing, so I couldn't really write it out. Had to type it. And then my summary notes that I did before my exams are in here as well. That's sort of how I use all the stationery that I just showed you in the first semester. And I'll probably do the same thing again because I'm original like that. For bio, these were the notebooks that I just showed you before that I bought. I did my bio notes in here. Can't even flip the page. Okay. Like that. So I just filled up 2 books of those right before my exams as my like last minute revision sort of thing. This one is all my chemistry stuff. As I said, it couldn't fit in one binder. There's no way all this and all of that I just showed you would have fit in the same binder. You can see I sort of don't really know what I was going to do, like to organise my stuff for first semester. I sort of tried to use my same system that I used in high school because that worked really well for me. I just made some changes to fit how I was doing things at uni. Again, that's the label. It says like semester 1, then it's got the subject at the bottom. Here I have my notes. The same Muji dividers. Did write my notes, I tried to before the lecture. But I also, if I couldn't, I had my lecture notes printed. So for chem, I had a tutorial. It was my only subject with a tutorial and a lab. So I did have a lot more stuff to file. I had these worksheets from the lectures, which they also gave, and it was like the only subject that did that. So hence why I have so many worksheets for chem. There's all these lecture worksheets things. There was also a bunch of tutorial worksheets that we had to go through. Not like a perfected sort of method because obviously I've only done one semester. I'm still learning how to best go about uni. The final few things that I'm going to be taking with me to college are sort of desk stationery things. I have this acrylic container. I'll probably put my black pens in here. I also have this acrylic frame that I bought from Muji. I might put a picture in there, might put a motivational quote. Who knows, we'll find out. If you want a dorm tour, let me know in the comments. And then the last thing is also from Muji because I live at Muji, clearly, is this book divider thing. This is going to be really helpful to put all my notebooks in, called the divider. They really have original names. And that, folks, is an empty box that I now have to go and put everything back in. That's everything that was in here and that I'll be taking with me to college. So that's it for today's video and everything I will be taking with me. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!